really proud of our effort today. We talked about, how hard it is to win a road game in this league, and you got to value each one of them, and an opportunity to start the conference schedule off on the right foot for us. It was a gritty win for us, and I thought we got contributions from a lot of players, and just continue to, see them growing in different ways. And it's been a while since we had gotten a win, so that feels pretty good.
Go ahead, front row.
Dropped 3 straight games to beat top 5 opponents before this. Just how much do you think that helped in terms of how the setbacks prepared you guys to take on Tech today?
Yeah, I mean, the schedule's been challenging, and when you play teams of that quality, it exposes areas that you need to improve. And I think each game we kind of went back to work and tried to focus on where we needed to get better, and we've improved. In the last 2 weeks, I'd say it's probably been some of our best practices since the games have started. And it's nice to see that translate to the game. I mean, you can have good practices, and then maybe sometimes it doesn't translate to the game, but it was nice to see some of that translate to the game today.
How would you evaluate your defensive performances? Held Carly Wenzel to 4 for 17 and Karis Baker to 2 for 10.
Well, I don't know that we did anything special. Sometimes really good shooters just miss shots, and there's not much that you're doing to deter them from missing or from making. I thought they got some clean looks. We lost them a few times, but what we tried to do is make them work for the ball, and we tried to just have a hand up every time they took it. And I thought for the better part of the game we did that. We were able to just be on them and have a hand in their face as best as possible. They're really good shooters. Even when you do that, they can still make them, but sometimes it doesn't hurt to have a little luck defensively if they have an off shooting night.
To follow up what you were saying about improvements, so what do you feel like you did better today that you had in your recent games?
Well, definitely the rebounding. We the last few years have been a pretty good rebounding team, and that hadn't shown itself in the early part of the season. And I thought we were really intentional about going to the glass, and we got contributions from a lot of players. We challenged them all to come away with 5 rebounds each. If you play today, you've got to go to the glass and you've got to box out. And I thought that helped us with some extra opportunities and limiting them to one shot as best we could. I think overall, we're understanding coverages better. And I think offensively, we worked a lot on our execution. I don't know if it looked like it late, but we have been working on that.
Could you tell, I guess, going into the game that you kind of sense that, the team was pretty motivated in that losing streak, and the team, have been pretty prepared by the non-conference schedule you faced to enter ACC play?
Yeah, I think anytime you're struggling like we've been struggling in terms of finding ways to win, it's good when you can have a reset, and starting ACC play mentally is kind of a reset for us, because it doesn't matter what you do in the non-conference as it relates to the race. You start the same with everybody. And so I think that was refreshing for us to be able to know that we're the same as everybody. We're not behind the 8 ball. We can, we can start anew and start fresh, and to get the first win of the ACC season is awesome.
Middle row, second middle row, in the middle, and then the front.
Coach, what was your message, towards, midway through that fourth quarter? You guys had a couple tough possessions, just to keep the team's composure and get through to the end of the game.
I think I was pretty calm. What did you think in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, I thought
so. I thought we had some uncharacteristic turnovers. I thought Ashlyn was more careless than normal with the ball today. I think she had 7 turnovers, and then obviously T went out 2, and so I thought that kind of shifted us off kilter a little bit, and we didn't close the game the way you would hope. It got a little helter-skelter, and they got to make some plays. So, again, learning experience for us. I'm hopeful we're in that position again where we're protecting a double-digit lead late in the fourth quarter, and we can do better. But that's something that we'll have to just talk about and continue to teach.
Jaden scoreless in her last couple of games. Obviously, she can impact the game in more ways than just with her scoring. But what's your assessment for her as a league?
Yeah, we want her to continue to be aggressive, and we want her to look for opportunities to score the ball. And so she's got to do that for us. You can't play 4-on-5 in basketball. You have to have all 5 players have the ability to score. And Jaden has shown that in her career at Duke, her freshman and sophomore year. And so we're going to keep encouraging her to be aggressive because she is a capable offensive player. And, hopefully as the season goes on, she gets more and more comfortable doing that.
Mair was 17 points and 6 steals. What did you see from her today?
Yeah, Mair's line-hearted. I mean, she's just line-hearted. I mean, she leads us. She plays with a great effort defensively. Her ball pressure today. Her strips. Like she got driven and got a couple strips, and then her ability to score and run our team with pace. I mean, she's been our leader. She's been our tone setter, and that's not just in the games. That's in practice every day. Like the way she plays is how she practices every day, and she hasn't had a bad practice day in terms of effort and motor. So, she's a joy to coach, and she came in here. She always comes in games in general with like the appropriate level of competitiveness. It's great.
The team had 24 turnovers in this game. What do you like from the team to be able to stick through that and not let that affect the game too much?
Yeah, well, I can't say I liked much about it, but I thought we just got sped up. I thought we were trying to play with pace, but then when we got into the scoring territory in the quarter court, we were frantic, and we were trying to do everything right away and just drive and make a play. And so just understanding, being able to see what's in front of us, and is this a play that I need to drive? Is this a play I need to pass? Is this a play I need to shoot? We've got to get better at judging those situations. I thought our transition, I don't know if it was transition, but it was more like the secondary actions as we're flowing into stuff. I thought we made really poor decisions trying to throw home run plays and pass across the court and those types of things. So we'll have to clean that up.
With turnovers, do you think it was more something that Virginia Tech did defensively to speed you guys up and make y'all uncomfortable, or do you think it was just like your own team?
I think it's always a combination of both. When you have a category that you struggle with, I think it's almost always both. I think we were sped up and frenetic and making some poor decisions, and they did a good job of helping and being in the lane and stripping and being opportunistic. So I would say it was a combination of both of those factors.